Chris Rock. Have you ever watched someone make a room explode with laughter and wondered what fuels that light behind the jokes? That's the thing about Chris Rock. He makes you laugh until it hurts. And then you realize the laugh was doing something else. Cutting, healing, questioning. He came up from a tough Brooklyn neighborhood, learned to see the world in sharp, honest angles, and turned those angles into comedy that hit like a spotlight on truth. For 30 years, he's been that voice, the one that says the thing everyone's thinking but won't say out loud. Awards? Plenty. Emmys, Grammys, the kind of trophies that tell you the industry noticed. But trophies don't tell you everything. Behind the stage lights and red carpets, there's a person who's carried heavy stuff. Private battles, late nights, wrestling with doubt, and a public life that sometimes felt like a pressure cooker. Fame gave him power, sure, but it also put every misstep and every private wound on display. Remember that moment that hijacked headlines? The chaos, the gasps, the instant replay loops? Yeah, that one. But if you strip away the spectacle, what you see is someone who, under unbelievable pressure, kept his footing. He didn't combust. He didn't crumble. He collected himself, and, in the way he handled that storm, we saw his grit. It wasn't just about being funny anymore. It was about holding dignity when everything else wanted to flip the script. Think about Kraft. He's not just a comedian who tells jokes. He's a storyteller, a social commentator, someone who uses timing and truth like tools. He points a mirror at culture and expects us to squirm a little, because the squirm is where change starts. That rare blend of raw honesty and comedic precision is what made him a touchstone for a new generation of comics. Younger performers looked at him and didn't just learn jokes. They learned how to be brave on stage. And then there's resilience. Life has a way of throwing curveballs at the people who make it look like everything's easy. Chris Rock learned to walk through the fire and keep talking. That discipline, the rehearsals, the late-night rewrites, the way he sharpened every line. It's not glamorous, but it's real. It shows a man who built a career on constant reinvention and who, even after very public storms, kept doing the work. So, what's the takeaway? The headlines loved the drama, the sound bites loved the outrage, but the deeper story is quieter. A portrait of someone who used humor as armor and medicine. He made us laugh, forced us to think, and, when things got messy, reminded us that character isn't about perfection, it's about how you stand up after you're knocked down. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that dig past the noise. Drop a comment. What's a moment where a comedian made you think as hard as they made you laugh? Share it, I want to hear. And if you're new here, stick around. We're just getting started. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that dig past the noise. Drop a comment. What's a moment where a comedian made you think as hard as they made you laugh? Share it. I want to hear. And if you're new here, stick around. We're just getting started. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that dig past the noise. Drop a comment. What's a moment where a comedian made you think as hard as they made you laugh? Share it, I want to hear. And if you're new here, stick around, we're just getting started.